So last day we have practiced example of constructing regular expression from a DFA. Today we will start with doing just the opposite one. So basically we will try to construct a DFA from the regular expression. And to do this we have actually two steps we have to follow. We don't design the DFA directly, rather we design a NFA first with some null moves from a given regular expression, and then we remove all the null transition from the NFA and we can convert this one to the equivalent DFA. So before we proceed with some example, let's try to realize this one from some basic examples. So I can say that suppose a situation is something like if a regular expression is something like R. Suppose I have a regular expression R. Okay, this expression of R can be anything. If this is a regular expression and if I want to design a corresponding DFA that can accept the regular expression R, what I can say that if I am in some initial state, say Q0, and if this R, if I execute this R in this situation, so the machine will move from Q0 to QF, that is a final state, because of this R. So this R can be anything. Now elementary wise, there are three possibilities that we will first check. This R can be, suppose, only say A. This R can be only B. If I consider that I have only alphabet is A and B, this R can be only A or R can be only B. This R can be some combination of A, B. What are the basic combinations possible? The basic combination possible is A plus B. Or another basic combination possible is A dot B. That is A concatenated with B. It's not multiplication, right? You know that. And another very important possibility is there that R can be say A star, or maybe R can be B star. So this star is actually the clean closure of R, right? So we can have any combination of R, A according to this A star mean, including the lambda, means empty. And even R can be something like A star, B star, right? But again you see it's following the rule of regular expression, because if we have seen that if there are two regular expression P and Q, we can create a new regular expression by concatenating PQ. So this is one regular expression A star, this is another regular expression B star, and we are creating another regular expression R with concatenating A star and B star. Similarly, you can say that I can have A dot B whole star. It is also possible, because if A is a regular expression, B is a regular expression, I can have another regular expression A dot B. If A dot B is a regular expression, then I can create a regular expression by putting star over there. A similar situation can be something like R can be A plus B whole star, right? So any combination is possible. Now by adding and concatenating various elementary regular expression, I can create a larger regular expression, right? But before we go for a large regular expression, let's try to realize the elementary points. First was this one, just what I discussed over here with respect to this R, that if I have a regular expression only A, it means that if you are in initial state Q1, on A you will go from some initial state to final state, as simple as that. This is not A, this is actually QF. Okay. Similarly, if I consider that the regular expression R is actually equal to A dot B, then it should look something like this. That means, what does it mean? It means that the language has to have a which is followed by a B. Obviously, this particular language generated from the regular expression is have only one string, right? It's a very simple regular expression. That means the language that is generated from this regular expression is only one string, only one. Um, uh, I mean, combination is possible of A and B. That is A followed by a B, a single A followed by a single B. That's all. And what does it mean? That if the language, if the string come in this form, then the machine should accept this one. How machine will accept? Machine has to, you know, ensure that obviously there was only one A which is followed by only one B, and that's why we have designed something like this. If you are in initial state, for A you will be in some state, and for B you will, for A you will be in some state, and then if you get a B you will be in a final state. But obviously this is not a complete DFA. Yes, this is not a complete DFA. The reason is that I don't have any, you know, expression, or don't have any, I don't have shown that if you are in Q1 and if you get a B, then what to do. Similarly, if you are in I'm sorry, both are Q1, should be Q2 actually. Let's say this is Q2 and this is QF. Okay, so if you are in Q2 and if you get A, then what to do? But one thing is sure, that if you are in Q1 or if you are in Q2, if you are in Q1 and get B, then the machine will not accept that string which starts with a B, right? That means surely I should go to some trap state that we have discussed in my previous class. If you have forgot about that, you can go to my previous video and you can check that. So it is trap state means that as soon as I will find B at the very beginning, I will keep the machine in some state from where there is no way to go back to the actual path to reach to the final state. So that means, if you are in Q3, for A and B anything, you will remain in Q3 forever. So that at the end of the string, when the machine will check, machine will find that you are in Q3, which is not a final state, and machine will reject the string, and that I want, because if the data starts from, if the string starts from B. Similar thing, if the string is say A, then also the machine should reject this string. A means what? This first character was correct. It is required because the first character is A here also in the regular expression. But the second character has to be B, which is not present over here. That means if you find A, you will go from Q1 to Q2 and wait for a B. But if you find A again, then you can be sure that okay, this string is not going to accept whatever combination comes in future. So what you will do, you will put the trap state again from Q2 because of I. So this particular design is now the complete DFA. But as I told you that the first job is to design a NFA, and that's why we didn't care about that. So now uh, let's go for the next problem, next situation. Here the regular expression that we are dealing with is A plus B. It means what? This particular regular expression mean the language can be only, I mean the string can be a or string can be only B, that's all. So there is something like an or option, or if the string is A, I mean that means the language have the string A and B, that's all. In previous case the language had only one string, that is AB, right? So that means if the string is only A or if the string is only B, then the machine should accept the string. And that's why you see we have kept two paths from the initial state to final state individually for A and B. So if you have a plus option here, the basic diagram of the regular expression should be something like this. Now the most important part comes, that is A star. I mean something like this. I mean just forget about this one right now. Suppose your regular expression is R equal to A star. Then what to do? Then naturally if you find what the language will be, the language should contain a null, I mean lambda. Since this is star, that means any repetition of A, any repetition includes zero number of repetitions. For zero number of repetition mean there will be no A, nothing, a empty string that I represent by lambda, suppose. Okay. So then only I possible, or say 2A possible, 3A possible. In this way, any number of A possible. So that means now how we can do this? I can say that if I find only A, you will say that okay, from Q1 for A, you will go to QF, which is a final state. For AA is what? You will have two steps, Q1 to Q2 and Q2 to some say QF. Because of this A, and obviously initial state will be Q1. So basically this will accept AA. If it want to accept AAA, in that case this number of state will increase, but it is not a solution because you don't know what is the maximum length of the A. That means you cannot have a DFA something like this. Rather you can say that okay, you can do one thing, that is you can keep this A as a self loop in a particular state. Say for example, you are in Q1, suppose Q1, and you will have a self loop for A. That means as soon as you are in Q1, you will remain in Q1. Now, in case of NFA, how we represent this? We put our initial state and give a lambda. And from this Q1, we put another lambda to go to a final state. Now, what does it mean? Why we are doing this? The reason is that means since lambda means no symbol, that means We have already seen in case of epsilon NFA or lambda NFA that from Q0 to Q1 you can go without consuming any symbol. That's why lambda is given. Similarly, from Q1 to Q2, or QF, you can go without consuming any symbol. That's why lambda is given. Because lambda will have to be accepted, not only a single A, but it may happen there will be no A. Now, this particular NFA can be converted to a corresponding DFA. How we can do this? We can merge these three states to keep in a single state. Because if we are able to go from Q0 to Q1 without consuming any symbol, then why I will keep a separate state Q0 and Q1? Similarly, if I can go from Q1 to QF without consuming any symbol because of this lambda, then why I will put Q1 and QF as a separate state? It is not needed. That's why we can merge these three states to put in a single state, say QF dash, which is initial state as well as a final state. Sorry. And we have a self loop in this particular case, A, which represents this R equals to A star regular expression. So the expression, the case that is represented over here is given R equal to A plus B whole star. But there is no difference with A plus B whole star and A star. The reason is that, first of all, you can assume R equal to A plus B whole star as, say, X star. If it is X star, it means that obviously you will have some state, say Q1, which is the final state also, and because of this X star I will have a self loop for X. But X is what? This X represents A plus B. That means A plus B means what? A or B. So that means this X can be A or X can be B also. I don't know. That means this particular DFA can be modified in this way. It can be A or can be B also. Now since A or B anything is possible from Q1 to Q1, that means any combination of A, B is possible, and yes, A plus B whole star represent any combination of A and B. So the idea of A plus B whole star or maybe anything, if you have a star, is same. That whatever present below the star you have to put over here. Now let's move forward with some example. Suppose let's take a large example. Some large regular expression that we can try to, from where we can try to decide a DFA. So